It out to deep right center field. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman. And the Braves add on. It's 4-0.
And that's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 1/3 innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder.
Nick Markakis.
As he'll go after the first pitch and send a chopper out to second. On to first, and Markakis is retired 2 away.
And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Kelly Johnson. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Goins with the bare hand. In time.
Wow, made it look easy.
Braves get a run on the Freeman home run. We played 2.5. It's now 4-0 Atlanta. Michael Saunders will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
They're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Tehran into his motion. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Inciarte. He's got it 1 away.
Batting 8, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
Kevin Pillar steps in now. In there at the knees, strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Warren. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
If these guys want to keep hitting fly balls, I think he'll be happy with that. Especially when it's the guys down near the bottom of the lineup.
Ryan Goins will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Swing and a liner, but foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 4-0. Nick Swisher is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Donaldson is under it to put it away, and it's a quick 1-pitch out to begin the 4th.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
A.J. Pierzynski is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Stroman gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Jace Peterson stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
And that was a breaking ball that he hit. And it looked like he saw it right out of the pitcher's hand so nicely. They might have to attack him with some hard stuff this time around.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a curveball that's inside. 1-0.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Swung on and missed. 1-1.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Center fielder, number 2.
And things are continuing to go poorly for him out there. That's now the 8th hit he's given up in just 3 1/3 innings of work. With a line like that, he's not going to be sticking around much longer.
So 1 out here with runners at first and third. And that'll bring in the speedy center fielder, Michael Bourne. Into the seats, 0-1. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. He's set. Here's the 0-1. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Swing and a looper to left. Saunders shading to his right. 2 gone. But I don't think he had designs on even really trying it as he retreats with 2 away now.
That just didn't get enough of that one to get that run home, so that's probably a wise decision to hold at third.
Ender Inciarte gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Runner's back. First pitch of the at-bat. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Pilar. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 2 left for Atlanta, but they're in front 4-0. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
First delivery to him on the way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial All-Star, a Gold Glover, a Silver Slugger Award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
3-0 now. We all remember when Tulowitzki was traded from the Rockies to the Blue Jays late July of 2015. Seemed weird at the time not seeing him in a Colorado uniform, but it really didn't take him that long to make the transition.
No, it didn't. In his first game in a Blue Jays uniform, he went 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Now, that's the way you make a first impression.
Inciarte has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball, but he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Josh Donaldson is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Jose Bautista digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a little tapper. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. We played 4 full. Braves lead this one 4-0. Eric Ibar heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Shortstop, Eric Ibar.
Bounce towards the second baseman. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
And you know, against a lot of second basemen, this is going to be an infield single. But watch how he fields this thing and then maneuvers his body into a good throwing motion and unloads it quickly to get his man.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Looking up is Saunders. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field, his second home run of the game, and the Braves have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. As he'll swing and hit this one hard but foul off to the left and out of play. Bases are empty, one man out. Goodness, 0-2 now.
I think he needs to cut down on his swing a bit, get a little more compact, because he ain't going to be touching those fastballs.
Tap fouled at home plate. And another foul ball. Stroman's ready. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Martin gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Markakis is retired, 2 down now.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
Here's Kelly Johnson, as he'll swing and pop this one up right near home plate. Martin is camped under this one, and that will retire the side. One for the Braves in the inning, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. Middle of the night at Rogers Center. It's the Braves 5, the Jays nothing. Edwin Encarnacion comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. This is on the ground over to first. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see, but it's going to finally get him into that hit column, and at this point, they'll take anything they can get, and he's on with an infield single.
Now to the plate, Chris Colabello. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First offering on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Hot shot towards the hole, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And even with our score where it is, I mean, this game is not over. You know, if they can chip away, maybe get a run or two here, they can get right back in this ball game before you know it.
Russell Martin will stand in, and maybe a ray of hope as they get the first 2 men aboard here. And this crowd's just itching for something to put their hands together about.
Well, the positive moments, they've been few and far between, but they're not out of this game. Now, they've got some guys in this lineup that can make this deficit go away.
Hard liner toward short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop. Underhanded flip.
Well, here's something for you kids to remember. You gotta freeze on a line drive if you're at second base. Make sure that that ball gets through before you take off and try to advance. And that's a good read there, and he's able to get back and avoid being doubled off.
Here's Michael Saunders now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. But no matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Standing in now, Kevin Pillar, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his MO throughout the first half of this game.
Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Chopped weakly to the left. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Well, nothing going right on the mound for him right now. This is going to be scored an infield single, and that's just going to make matters worse out there as that loads the bases.
Ryan Goins will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Here comes the first pitch. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. He struck him out, in and out of trouble as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back to Toronto after this. Aaron Luke will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 62, Aaron Luke.
Nick Swisher will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Nick Swisher.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
He's playing right into that big swing from a pitch before. Just throw something slow here, and you'll probably have him 3 feet out in front.
And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
Now batting.
Man, I'll tell you, you talk about veteran leadership and showing youngsters how to approach each and every at-bat at the major league level. Well, just show him the tape of this swing. If he tries to pull this pitch, it's either a four-hopper or an easy fly ball. Instead, he knows just to basically throw his hands at this thing, and he's able to drive it the other way for a double.
Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, you know when you get two strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Jace Peterson will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Now, this is exactly how you go about shutting down a leadoff double. He turned right around, struck out the next two guys. So now they're going to need a little two-out magic if they're going to dent that scoreboard.
Michael Bourne at the plate now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Two out here and a runner at second. One 0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make them bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
A little low. It's 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. After the break, don't go away. Troy Tulowitzki will start things off. It's the Braves 5, the Jays nothing. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top three guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Josh Donaldson stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Low for ball 1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back.
Oh, hold on here. Well hit into deep left center, and I don't think this one's coming back. No siree. This one is gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Well, he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts coming into the at-bat, but he takes out some frustrations on that swing. He got every bit of that one.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. At home run, estimated at 401 feet. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
You know, when I see Jose Bautista at the plate with that high leg kick and plate coverage, I kind of feel sorry for the pitcher. I mean, this guy's the man up there.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. He's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Edwin Encarnacion steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. In there, strike 1. One out, nobody on. Tehran's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt, as you take a look there at what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Chris Colabello will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Ooh, that's one of his best pitches tonight.
And he lays off for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Smoke toward the hole. Backhanded. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's the Braves 5, the Blue Jays 2. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Ender Inciarte is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Saunders is after it, and that's the first out of the inning. In now, Eric Ibar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Hit out towards second. Goins fields it cleanly. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Tulowitzki on the grass. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves, and it remains 5-2. Russell Martin will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
Teheran gets the sign. Here's the delivery. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. You surprised they've left this guy out there to start the 7th?
I thought he was looking a little shaky in the 6th, so I don't think he's going to be on a real long leash right here.
And Ibar will put this one away for the first out.
Well, you know, it's almost cause for celebration when these guys actually put the ball in play. But I don't think he's going to be getting too many for he's a jolly good fellows for a swing like that. They just can't get anything going.
Here's Michael Saunders now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Into the box, Kevin Pillar. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Ready with the 0-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And Markakis won't get there. It's a foul ball. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Bourne. And the inning is over. We'll see Nick Markakis when we come back. It's the Braves 5, the Blue Jays 2. Nick Markakis will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike three. The throw down to first. One away.
Third baseman,
Good performance thus far by the visiting Braves. They lead this one in the 8th as you get a look at our line score thus far. Kelly Johnson stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And that pitch comes over to catch the corner. It's 2-2 now. And he looks at his sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
Well, I would think he was due just to pitch an inning or so, but pitching pretty darn well. So why not stretch him out a bit? It's been working so far.
Nick Swisher stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. To short, hit hard. Tulowitzki scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Atlanta leads it 5-2. Ryan Goins will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Tehran sets. Here it comes. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a one-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis moves over, makes the play, one away.
Third baseman, number 20, Josh Donaldson.
Now at the plate, Josh Donaldson. And he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes this the other way to right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Well, that's a good idea right there. He goes with the pitch. He's not trying to pull it. Shoots this thing the other way. Just happens to be right at the right fielder.
Jose Bautista will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted in the air to right field. Settling under it is Markakis, and he puts it away to retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. They trail 5-2. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Brett Cecil will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, A.J. Pierzynski, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. And Pierzynski can't come up with that one. It's 0-2 now.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Cecil comes set. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Stepping in now, Jace Peterson, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1.
And that's right where you want to be with your specialty pitches. If you can start them knee high and let them dip out of the strike zone, you'll have a lot of success with locations like that one.
And it's quickly 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pillar's there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 2, Michael Bourne.
Michael Bourne will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Saunders has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. Edwin Encarnacion will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
And this is a ball to Encarnacion. 2-1 now. And the pitch. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion, and it's a 5-3 game now. Well, partner, this one might not be over yet, as the lead has shrunk to just 2 now as they continue to chip away at this deficit.
The batter, first baseman, Chris Colabello.
In now, Chris Colabello. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Now a big looping curveball in there for strike 2.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner. And now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Line to the right side. Markakis is there, 1 away.
Well, this guy on the mound right now isn't fooling anybody to start this inning. The home run was clearly hammered, and this ball's hit even harder, but with just a more favorable result out there on the mound.
Russell Martin now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Thorne on the run. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael Saunders.
Michael Saunders makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
First pitch on its way. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he'll try and end it here with an even 100 pitches. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. 3-2 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake. Hey, that's a great job to work out the walk there. That's one thing managers like to see. You got to die hard at the plate, even down to your final out. You never know in this game.
Kevin Pillar gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there.
On the run, and he makes the catch just shy of the wall. And with that, this ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy. And he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, the Braves tonight were led offensively by the exploits of this man, Freddie Freeman. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 5-3. Good night from Toronto.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves: 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Blue Jays, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Julio Teheran. The loss goes to Marcus Stroman. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. A reminder that extra subway trains will be available at the Union and St. Andrews stations. The King Street streetcar provides access to St. Andrews Station via the ends of John Street or Peter Street. Light rail transit is also available along Queens Quay from Union Station.